Hey guys, um, it's me. Hello. I know it's been a while since I've last seen you. Let's see, today is February 3rd of 2014, so it's almost been a year actually. I didn't mean for it to be so long. I really missed you guys, especially over the holidays and visits and just events. Um, I love you all so much, and I decided to take the time to make this video and hopefully explain some things that have been going on in my life these last couple of years. um, if you haven't already noticed, or maybe you have noticed, I look and sound quite different from the last time I've seen you. Um, that's because as of November 2011, I met with a doctor to start my hormone therapy. And basically what that means is that I decided to transition and live my life as a male, or as you see me now. Surprise! I know, there's really no way I could do this without it being shocking, I guess. I mean, I know you probably all thought I was a little different, you know, not exactly a straight line. Um, even I wasn't fully aware of myself, in a lot of denial and a lot of pain, a lot of sadness, a lot of jealousy and bitterness and just all these negative feelings that were just really pent up inside me. And it took me a while to realize that I was really unhappy. Well, not to realize that I was unhappy, but to realize that what I needed to do to be happy. And yeah, I guess what I'm saying is that everyone has both masculine and feminine traits. And we're really all on a sort of a spectrum of masculinity and femininity. And even though there's a lot of flexibility, especially in our culture now, I wanted so much more than to be perceived as this tomboy. I wanted to be accepted and treated as a male, which is why I decided to transition. Medically, I guess I'm considered trans or transgendered, or according to Native Americans, a two-spirited person. All that stuff's kind of irrelevant. It's not my identity. It's just an umbrella term that people use to kind of explain to you what I'm going to explain to you now, which is the process that I went through and where I'm going to be going in the future. So, here it goes. Transgendered. What is it? There's actually a lot of definitions to being transgendered, but for me, transgendered meant that I experienced a lot of discomfort and dysphoria in my own body. It was kind of like having this detachment from myself. And just to give you an idea, I really couldn't stand the idea of having breasts or any major female characteristics. I experienced a lot of social dysphoria as well. I didn't like being perceived as a woman. I didn't like being spoken to as a woman or treated as a woman. It really drove me crazy because I just felt so differently inside. And it really only got worse as I got older, which is probably why, I've decided to do this within the last couple of years, because there's just certain expectations made of you as you turn into an adult woman or an adult man, and the reflection didn't fit, So, you should also know that dysphoria isn't really something that is like having a bad hair day, or having a little excess body weight that you just have this aversion to. You know, it's not like disliking the color of your eyes or the shape of your nose. Um, if I could have identified as a female, I would have been really happy with the physical attributes that I had. But the issue wasn't with aesthetics, it was with gender, which is why I did choose to transition. I began my physical transition in November of 2011. It's actually been a while. Um, Physical transition meant that I began to take a synthetic hormone called testosterone, which enabled me to actually look and sound male. When I last saw you guys, you may or may not have noticed some of the changes that already happened. They were really, really subtle at the time, so I think the only person that noticed that I looked a little different was Cousin Ruben. I don't remember if he said I was gaining weight or if I was losing weight. To me, at that time, I looked a little chunky. As far as changes that I've experienced, my body mass has increased. I put on about 20 pounds. Muscle growth has also increased. I also have less fat in like the hips and chest region, so body fat has shifted. My face has become a lot more angular. And has also made it very apparent to me that I am asymmetrical. What else? I'm also getting facial hair. I don't know if you guys can see, but it's just fuzzies as of this moment. My voice has dropped, as you can hear, and I've also experienced a lot of other changes, but those are really the major ones that you'll probably notice right offhand. I think the only thing that took me off guard was my hair got curly. Yeah, that I wasn't expecting. But you can't tell because I flat ironed it today, so yeah. With testosterone, it's really just helped me overcome my dysphoria. And as far as the things that testosterone alone cannot change, I'm going to be having surgery. I am currently planning for top surgery, which probably won't be for another year out. It's quite expensive and it's kind of difficult to go through all the stages. You know, as I've learned, this whole thing is really a process. You know, I was talking to my counselor the other day, and even though I'm 26 years old, I'm more like a teenager in not only the way that I look, but also in my practice and familiarity as a man. It's going to take me some time, and I know that I'm actually still pretty feminine in a lot of ways. But, you know, I don't mind. You know, I'm actually really stoked. I am taking pride in who I'm becoming, and I like where I'm going. The only other things that I feel it's important to add in this video is to let you guys know that I do go by Sean. I found that it really helped others with the transition process, especially when making the switch from female pronouns to male pronouns. So for instance, no one refers to me as she or her anymore. You know, to the general public, I'm just another guy. Granted, I'm a short guy who often gets compared to looking like Bruno Mars, which drives me crazy, but still just another guy. So it's really important to me that you use male pronouns like he and his, you know, like he's going to the store, or, you know, he's hanging out right over there, or, you know, this is his computer. Because if you refer to me as she or her, it's really just going to be weird looks at you and weird looks to me. So, yeah. On a more serious note, I want you to know that I don't think it was a mistake that I was born this way. God doesn't make mistakes. I just feel like every person has their own path to walk in life. And even though we all have free will, I feel like there's just some things we're destined for. And I think it's important to remember that it's really in our differences that we find opportunities to grow and to learn and to love each other. So it would be really important to me that you guys keep an open heart and an open mind. I don't want to just be that weirdo in the family, you know. I just want to be Sean, you know, your cousin, uh, your nephew, your brother, your grandkid, um, you know, your family. And, you know, if not for God and just his overall amazingness, um, I don't know. I don't know how people do anything in life without him. He's just really blessed me in so many ways. And I want you to know that I'm very happy, you know. I'm in a good place. Um, and my mom and dad, you know, they're having a hard time. I know, especially my mom. And it's a huge adjustment. And I imagine that it'll be hard for all of you as well. But I just want you guys to know that I love you and I care so much about you. And, you know, it's all good. My friends are supportive. My boss and coworkers are supportive. You know, my girlfriend, very supportive. I guess the most important thing to me is having your support, you know, whether you agree with it or not. Yeah. So, if you want, you guys can contact me at shawn2step@gmail.com. That would be SHAWN, the number 2, STEP@gmail.com. Yeah. So that's it. And I hope I see you guys soon. Bye.
Teach me to number